I thought should have moved up to the main roster already.
Yes.
So that's someone I feel like coming out of the Academy League. I mean, honestly, the whole team was so incredible, but he was also somebody that was the apple of our eyes when we were casting at that level. And it's great to see that he's been putting it together no problem. I mean, it's so impressive. It's so impressive for there to be two examples coming out of the Academy for just MOUZ that have both been able to implement perfectly. But there was no shortage of players that were playing well on MOUZ in that last map. I mean, even Dexter was positive. MBK had a huge map. There's so many good things about it. Now we go on to Inferno, and I feel like it can be the same if, you know, or even worse. I mean, I feel like MOUZ Sports are going to be quite comfortable here on Inferno.
Time will tell, Mohan, and the time begins right now. FaZe to the T side. Listen, their T side on Nuke gave us nothing to talk about. Within their few round wins, they did sprinkle in a couple of, you know, half-buy victories, little upsets here and there. So clearly MOUZ, as impressive as it was, and this is total copium, as impressive as it was, it could have been a little better had they just shut down those Deagle plays entirely. But all things considered, lopsided and then some. For this pistol, we have the contact towards B site, where we do have this heavily stacked MOUZ default. 4 players over here, grenades in hand, ready to help.
They want it.
And NBK cowering in A site. He's already on 23 health.
He's so low, man. I mean, he has to hit some crazy shots here to do anything about this. You know, this round's almost lost if the NBK dies on the side. And again, because of his low HP, it's going to make things harder. It's already a full-on retake. 2 flashes here as the rotators come in.
Ooh, NBK just ate that flash. Oh, but then we get more flashbangs. Over the top they come, twists. Well, luckily for him, had JKS to help out.
Man, yeah, I mean, it's going to be so hard to recover this position, but again, it is a pistol round, so the T side doesn't have that much utility to work with either.
Good gush. At the very least, Twist will be wounded. Torzy will find JKS, and then suddenly we get this big flood of players. It's an abundance of MOUZ members, and Torzy still standing until finally taken down. Frozen can't finish out that 1v2, but it felt done so long ago when NBK's relegated to backside, fully flashed, unable to get a kill.
That one's tough for me, you know, because
felt right over.
The game plan, obviously, that's a demo setup. They're going to be like, oh, we feel like it's going to be in this situation. It's a great call from karrigan. Set the situation, change of game plan. But I feel like there needed to be an adaptation there from MOUZ, especially when MBK got hit. If he had 100 HP, I wonder if he would have been in the same corner in the back of the site. But we could see just from the minimap, it wasn't looking likely he was going to have odds to get a first kill. That being said, the support flashes did do their best to help him out, but those could have also been flashes that they used for the retake and instead put them all on MBK trying to recover his position on low HP. So with no rotations, it felt like a foregone conclusion. And they start off well. You know, such an awkward thing that JKS actually didn't play much Inferno because of his time on Complexity. It's one of the weirdest maps to put in as a ban because it's just such a common third map. It's one that it's kind of like everyone's going to be able to get a lot of practice on and should feel comfortable on. But, yeah, we have a position where maybe JKS would have been happier over on Nuke. And now we have to see if he can find a way to make a name for himself here on much less proven territory.
He's going to be trying to do it from apartments. One of the 2 AKs here in the mix. We do have a couple players stacked within pit. Dexter just trying to keep his head down. Nice clip on karrigan as he just jumps upwards, loses his head. And what's left of MOUZ will be what remains in the next one. So just conceding. FaZe Clan, nice little creep and crawl walking up through the apartments, through short side, very uncontested. Back-to-back rounds, in fact, where like top brackets completely clear for the taking, 0 challenge. And now it's an easy one. So 2-0 start to the T side.
Might be nice to start on T side, you know? I feel like you can make some mistakes on T side. You get more chances to buy and you can shake the nerves off. Sometimes there's you know, CT side can feel better, but there's sometimes too much pressure to streak. You know, if you start off badly or a team that typically loses pistol rounds and stuff, that can feel worse. But of all the maps, it feels like Inferno has suffered the least to the new changes. I don't know if the actual percentage stats reflect that, but I think a lot of people would still call the map, you know, slightly T favored, or they might even prefer T side, even if they don't win the most rounds on it.
What do you feel about a T-side Inferno?
I like it. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of counterplay. I think there's a lot of good ways to start at the rounds early. It kind of sucks eating grenades in the early rounds on Banana, but outside of that, I think it's quite scary for the CT side, honestly.
Just play A.
Yeah.
Play A, no problem.
Yeah, just 4A, honestly.
Which is where we do have Torzy posted. Tries to go for the boosted angle, doesn't find any contact.
It was
no
right
damage.
between the legs.
Well, you know, that's why you just keep him slim.
Pick a leg.
Smoke grenade ahead of NBK. Ooh, that's what's gonna happen. You spam smokes versus Galils, and unfortunately your 5-7 comes up short. So a completely wide open B-bomb site here for FaZe. Soon to find that out, as the rest of MOUZ are just glued to their positions on the opposite end of the map. It's the old classic AAB. 0-3. FaZe gonna start off Inferno well.
Yeah, that's clean. I mean, they were just waiting to hit the site no matter who was on the other side of it, as we could see. And 3 rounds where basically karrigan has picked the right site and then executed cleanly behind it.
Were you disappointed with the T-side calling from karrigan, or you feel like it never really got started?
Honestly, that was a game where I was just so enamored with MOUZ Sports that I didn't really have too many terrible things to say about the way FaZe were playing necessarily. I was quite shocked at especially MOUZ's T-side, but on CT side, I mean, they pulled off opening tactics. All of the players were fragging, and it was a combination of good calling, but also just individual level. And I think you could say it's FaZe's calling that could have been better. But I think if you ask the players, they had a hand in it in not getting refrags or opening up the round. I don't think they would put that on karrigan. I wouldn't. If I was on the server. And I was on the server earlier.
Yeah, playing for MIBR.
Yeah, owning Astralis.
Crazy. We've had some solid results. Copenhagen Flames blowing us out of the water coming into this play-in.
Nicodos had an incredible day.
And just, lanners.
They're lanners.
Some people are on liners.
Yeah.
Others are lanners.
Copenhagen Flames, they're bums online.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that conversation kind of circling and whirling around the thought of changing rosters and organization and what's our future. And now that they can just focus back on what's most important, CS, we get them already qualified for the group stage of Katowice 2022. NBK under pressure here. He's got Molotovs on each side of him, but one burns out and he backs up. But again, this solo B play, so MOUZ trying to repeat the previous round, however, far more bolstered with their weapons.
Yeah.
And it does feel to me like FaZe are going to be at least carving out a little information towards this side of the map.
Yeah, it's very weak. I mean, I don't like this, actually, at all, because MBK already doesn't have nades. We're still at a minute 15. And I guess if we have a tactic to clear out mid, then we've got potential. So let's see. Dexter's going to take a peek. He'll hear them setting up their nades to come and take over mid control. So that's why Dexter drops the molly to slow things down. Now, there'll still be a few additional seconds for them to set it up, but it will require a resmoke to do it safely.
Curious push. KBC feels like he can go and gather some information. Instead, he gathers lead to the head. Dexter inside smoke phases that one very nicely, and that's a clean response versus karrigan, but here comes that flood outwards from the apartment, and JKS, well, he finds himself the headshots. Torzy rotating in, shutting down the play through the apartments, and broky, well, it's him and Twists left 2v3, but Torzy doesn't miss. That's truly how it feels at times. Every single shot seems to land and like ships through the night. They silently cross paths, the back given to Dexter, and a solid shutdown on this A site. That lean that they did in the previous round went unnoticed, unchecked.
Yeah.
They repeat it back with better guns, and they find themselves on the scoreboard. MOUZ break through in round 4.
One way in which FaZe Clan can look genius, but also look kind of silly, is when they try to phase smokes on Arch, and I feel like they do it almost every map on the T side. We'll either send karrigan or Rain to try to find some tricky timing where they just push one player through. And if MOUZ key onto that, and they actually used to be a team who I felt like used Cubby the best of a lot of pro teams, doubling up quite often on Arch, that's going to be a nice counter-aggressive style to what FaZe want to try to get out of it.
Under pressure, traded by Twist, but frozen still from the grave. And that's not an open B side either. In fact, it's just banana control going back and forth, and with that final fire frag, well, yeah, nobody knows. Ooh, good dink. JKS.
It's kind of a nice setup for JDC. He's still in a good spot on the pit. There's two players. One is low.
Oh, perfect. Carves two of them off at the front of the play. Now broky needs to come in with a big trade, but it's JDC from pit with 3 kills. The solo A-hold.
I don't think he could have played that any better, really. Like, he put himself in a position to take early contact, but also had a lot of cover behind him. He wasn't going to get mollied out in the pit and then slowly closed in upon. And then he also, again, because of that early damage, had a free second kill. Third one's just a bonus. Round is already done at that point. Really well handled by JDC. And MOUZ tries something a little different with the 3 players on B early on. Aggressive down banana. And they traded down to that 3v3 situation. So, yeah, there's layers.
Now poor FaZe clan back to the losing ways. You know, they finally get a little taste of victory. Cleanse the palate of Nuke. And a sour situation off of the back of that last round. Especially knowing that had they gotten that, you know, clean second kill towards the top of banana, had Twist not just burned at the final second, you got that extra man advantage. Maybe then you go sniffing into the B bomb site because you hadn't lost total control. And what do you find? A solo NBK.
Yeah.
You don't walk into JDC's 3K. And it could have been a world of difference, but
it was a beautiful entry attempt.
We also can't forget about FaZe's ability to win rounds like this. They've pulled 2 of them out of the hat across Nuke. And as I mention it, Twists finds his opening. Frozen extending outwards with Dexter and JDC towards the pit for the solo kill. It's still a man advantage and make it 2. Dexter, it's karrigan with an op. And that could make a world of difference.
Hey, he's done a little opping in the past.
And he's done a little clutching too. Bomb now down. Falls off of it around short. And the question to me is, how do MOUZ approach this? Are they going to go shoulder to shoulder? Are they going to attempt the split? They know it's versus an op.
This is the delay play, leaving the site, but the bomb, he has to really turn the corner to be able to defend it.
karrigan looking to cut one down inside of sight, and then he could just fall away. Yes, perfect. He gets that 1 kill, goes right back. Frozen atop the bomb. karrigan hunting around the boxes, but as he jumps up, Frozen falls down, and like a hawk in flight, he swoops in for the final kill and the clutch, 3-3.
That was tricky. Oh, it's got to be, that sucks for karrigan. Coming so close to playing a clutch situation well, it feels like a really common occurrence with him, with how smartly he can do things. But Frozen set that up for himself with that smoke and really made that tricky for an opper crossing to the other side of default. So had a good read on that situation despite not seeing him. This is well done again, doubling up on Arch. I think that's key versus FaZe when it comes to fighting against their T-side Inferno. Great couple of shots, but again, just consolations.
Fast one. NBK not hiding in sight. Oh, what?
He's completely in the air, and Twist will escape with his life despite taking a little bit of residual damage. And the second HE comes,
that's what you get.
That's
what you deserve.
Yeah, that's cosmic justice right there. I think that had to happen.
Jumping blind
through a smoke.
Headshot.
No cares in the world.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah. I'm telling my kids this is Apex Legends.
I can't believe that, man. Dexter up close versus the flashbang. Woo! Actually gets away with it for a moment, but Rain's still right there to pick it up. That's Frozen on the fallback. He's got the cover of the backside and the smoke ahead of him, so that delay could buy just enough time for Torzi to come running over. A very clear full commitment here from FaZe off the back of utility, and Frozen, very uncomfortable position with the flash in his eyes. So sure enough, he dies. And it's broky to move forward. karrigan planting bomb. Torzi trying to get through construction as JDC comes over. And when you talk about new rosters and new players and synergy, this is sort of what you want. You've got Torzi and JDC working shoulder to shoulder in a round that you could maybe justify going for if they get a quick pick. But now with smoke down ahead of them and no real opening offered, they're just going to go ahead and save. They concede it, and FaZe will find that T-side lead once more. 4-3.
I think the flash is actually a CT flash that's supporting from the arch rotator for Frozen, and he eats it because he tries to peek and shoot to get them to look forward, and I think accidentally eats his own teammate's flash. I'm not sure exactly, but they're all really curled up at the top of banana, so I'm not sure if the T's threw a late one. If they did, full credit to them, but taking Frozen down there was key. Now, I actually like the timing on the attack from FaZe Clan. They had a good feeling there'd still only be one in the site on that timing. Plus, they had a really distinct nade advantage, so they decided to press it. Ridiculous start to the round, of course. Yeah,
I just can't process that.
This is also kind of funny.
Just, you know, sometimes, I mean, the bullet's got to go somewhere.
That's a fact.
Mathematically, it is always possible. That's just science.
Well, you don't like math, so at least you like science.
Yeah, you know. But it turns out science is basically math.
Don't do that.
That's what they tell me.
Who's this they guy you always talk about?
I don't know. The experts. The analysts. They're always crunching numbers. You know, high frequency numbers. Doot, 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 things like that. You got to keep it low, below the belt.
Okay.
Got to keep it real. That's our job here on the casting desk. With the lesser weapons, MOUZ will try to tie this one up yet again. Ooh, a little aggression. Let's go. And again, you know, that same point I was just alluding to, the JDC Torzy show. The duality of NXT. Wow. And he takes JKS out at the knees.
That could have easily been a foot shot.
We get the answer here with the push. FaZe trying to find that gap around the arch side. NBK, meanwhile, towards Banana, but there's a push on two fronts. We got the T's within mid, succeeding back and forth. JDC could still just finish off Rain, but he tucks into the corner and disappears.
And JDC will make some noise for Rain, but what can they do with this information? I mean, they could call it back to A. Rain knows that he just left, and that's a position where you wouldn't expect JDC to be giving a false flag. Torzy up top. He's in a good spot, but Twist, he's about to take him down, but the re-smoke make things one layer more complicated. Who is going to come out ahead here?
Oh, it's awkward, man. Twist doubles back, finds it.
JDC grabs Rain.
Yeah, crucial pickup over on the flank just to at least get that grain of doubt out of your
Dexter
mind.
dive the plant? He's thinking about it.
He pushes. Oh
my
broky
God.
comes up, but still the headshot connects, and now Twist's position known.
What?
A double from Twists closes as he finds his 9th and 10th frag in a 2v2, where if that bomb planter did get pushed, there was no cover there.
Yeah, it's over. And like the rotator can slow down tremendously, wait for Twist to make his next mistake. It's a whole different round. Fine margins here in the mid-round between these two rosters. You got to just walk that one off. Yeah, Dexter was about 1 second away from that smoke phasing.
These two fights happened at the exact same time.
Yeah.
The two players pushing up through middle on the T side decide to double it back. They find contact versus Boiler.
You know, from our perspective, you would have said to our teammates on B site, don't worry about getting too aggressive if JDC's making a play like that. But that's a moment that's almost too hard to communicate, right? You can let people know where people are, but if you're going to make a play in that moment, you're going to tell your B guys, I'm pushing Boiler just to check.
Shots here, connecting into what is unarmored USPs. Torzy still managing to find a frag, and karrigan, he doesn't feel too comfortable because he just dropped that bomb. As Torzy finds another, the pickup on the AK is going to get answered. Luckily, broky's able to just clamp down on that one. Dexter, he could finish off the opper. Easy pickup. Now grab a gun, peek out, kill Rain, and you're on for the clutch. But the aim punch too much, and FaZe take 6.
Another scary, little precarious, but FaZe end up winning, and that's all that matters at this point. They have a 2-to-1 ratio in rounds. We're well into the first half. They're probably feeling a lot better about their T side in general. And again, I think this is a situation where they can look forward more to the second half. Take some pressure off. Don't feel like Nuke, though, as much, where, MOUZ Sports were making FaZe look like they couldn't get back into the game. In this one, MOUZ still feel very, very close.
Made those pistols work. Even if it's not for the round win, just to kind of disrupt FaZe for a moment. Sure, it doesn't make you feel comfortable when suddenly USPs are taking down your bomb control, broky's dying with op. In terms of investment as well, just keep that money curbed. It's not too far gone. Oh, no, Dexter playing with nades as the smoke falls down. He didn't expect for them to push before it popped, but sure enough, they go ahead of it. Torzy going to be standing in the open, pressured here by karrigan, wrapping around the arch.
Wow, no moto smoke there as well. That's actually such a nice attack from FaZe.
Perfect, dude. Every layer, every peak, every timing ends up working out for them. I like that. Challenge before the utility, and then disrespect and walk through the utility.
That was a call out on Dexter. You've seen him consistently mauling into middle as soon as they want to take bracket control. So right there, they find a timing on him, not letting him breathe whatsoever. I mean, of course, everybody knows the nades that you use to take bracket control and all these defaults and stuff, but leave it to karrigan to try to break a timing in a risky position and to also find success with it. That's pretty much his namesake at the moment as an IGL. So not only that, but leaving Moto wide open for the Arch Rapper. Normally that goes down as a T-favored smoke, but in that position, the CTs were kind of relying on it so that they could open up angles for lane.
Ultimately blows up in their face, and bomb blows up at A to give FaZe 7.
That one's more decisive. You know, some of these other rounds look a little bit closer, and hey, maybe FaZe get a bit lucky. No luck involved there. Pure concentrated power of will.
Yep. A round win via force. Every decision they made, every push they pushed, every place they pushed.
Pushy push.
You know that's what they call squirt bottles in French in Quebec? They push push.
That sounds so gross.
You know,
Squirt bottle?
Psh, psh. You know, like the psh, psh.
Yeah, the sucky bottles?
The push push.
Yeah.
That's a cultural thing. You guys come here to learn. Not always about Counter-Strike. Twist's hunting. Molotov on the money.
Oh!
Headshot right there. Twists, dude, in a sea of flames.
Wow.
He just stands in the center of it all with the opening kill here for the way of FaZe. Or NBK getting pushed around. JKS also attacked, falls back, and waits for the potential follow-up, but nothing really there. We've got 3 pistol players on this A site. They're doing a good job of avoiding the solo FAMAS, but let's see it. Towards EP250, dead.
Damn.
Dexter, dead.
Great flash.
Frozen, alive. But
Without
how long?
hope. Yeah, he's in no man's land.
And if you're alive with no hope, are
Yes.
you even really alive?
Yeah, would you rather be dead? Oof.
Ooh.
That's a tough question. Yeah.
We hit hard here.
Let's not, maybe not go down that road. Frozen, he seems to care very much. When you go to FAMAS this nice, you're going to do everything you can to keep yourself alive.
You know what that's called?
The commemoration.
Good job, Launders.
Thank you.
Good job.
I don't think the MOUZ sports stickers actually look that good on it, though.
No, it's, you know, but contractual obligation.
Yeah?
Probably not. Do the MOUZ stickers not look good because it doesn't match the skin, or do the MOUZ stickers just not look good?
No, they actually do look good on some other guns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really...
It's been a little while since
I'm of two minds when it comes to the MOUZ sports logo, because, again, like, they've actually done a good job with the mouse pads and stuff. But it...
Jerseys are nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
The jerseys are actually one
Very
of my favorite.
clean.
Yeah. But I thought I hated the logo.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to hate it, but
Yeah.
then they did a really, you know, then they sold it to me.
still want.
And that's
I'm
good
still
branding.
a hater. Yeah,
That's good
is.
branding.
No, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you like it out of the gate, that's one thing. But if you
Yeah.
convince me in the end,
The slow burn,
well done, friends.
that's wifey right there.
But this is going to have to be a slow burn of a CT side, because with MOUZ trailing by 5 and FaZe's economy blooming, look at that graph.
Wow.
32K.
To the moon.
All the way up. But for how long, right? That is the big question. You know, are we just going to get a secondary blowout? Is it just going to be the tale of each team winning their map picks and us just finishing this on Mirage?
Yeah, maybe. There's still a lot to be desired here. Now that,
Time to turn around.
yeah, but FaZe showing their range, their comforts, showing why they're in the winners match in the first place.
But from Frozen, peeks out, karrigan not ready. Dude, the fact that Frozen gets away with not just 1, but 2 kills there?
Every time I think somebody's going to get a kill, it's the other guy.
I don't get it.
I think Twist is going to die, then he gets 2. I think Frozen's going to die, then he gets 2.
It's the round to pull it off. Number 12 in the first 15. MOUZ still just desperate for that 4th round win. So they've already lost the half numerically. But if you end the half with, you know, 4 straight round wins, did you ever really lose?
No.
Torzy takes some damage as he's pushed off away from the arch side. That's Rain taking it upon himself as broky still keeps eyes towards Banana, and there is this floater in NBK. He's just dropping his utilities, still with a smoke, falls back. And with those 2 smokes and Incendiary on the side of MOUZ and a 5-man split just across the map, there's only 40 seconds. Well-timed utility could make a world of difference and really change the fate of FaZe.
And all the utilities left on the A side too. So they got to feel pretty good about this position.
They're walking in close. 5 versus 3. JKS and broky just looking for that contact, but a very passive MOUZ. Dexter, he didn't even answer. Didn't even move. I don't know about that.
Broky's putting the bomb down. Wait, where is...
Frozen's inside of the apartments.
Oh, he's just tucked.
No, hold on. We have 3 MOUZ players who haven't even moved us.
Oh.
This has got to be a tech.
Oof.
It's got to be it's like a 4-person dropout or something.
Wow, yeah.
Is Dexter not reacting in sight? Frozen hasn't moved in apartments, and the 2 players arched. Oh, damn it.
That's unfortunate. That was, yeah, that's a...
The best position we've seen MOUZ on the CT side.
That was in the bag right there. Never fun.
Well.
Too late into the round, though. FaZe will just take it, you know? Yep. And if I was FaZe and you asked me, I was going to win that round.
No, actually, guys,
mapped out.
You know, 3v5, but really, I think we had it all figured out.
They don't have an IGL like karrigan, okay? That's what I would say.
I believe they say Unluko.
Unluko Maloko go next.
Damn.
Tough.
Well.
Yep.
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 Right?
Unlucky.
Sorry, guys. We're just getting through the list.
Yes.
Hitting all the credentials.
I literally ended up at fart.
Yeah, I told you, keep it below the belt. Damn, man. I was getting excited for a little, little MOUZ resurgence at the end. What did they do properly that round? How did Frozen manage to keep himself alive?
That was unexplainable,
it's nonsense, right?
Actually, yeah. That was because he had a FAMAS, which makes that even 10 times more impossible. So, but I'll say this. If MOUZ are the better team, they'll win the game.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Well, I mean...
It tends to work that way.
What if it was 14-14 and then it happened? Then you would be like, oh, it was kind of unfair and they probably won't win. But there's enough rounds left.
Sure. That they can still recover.
They can still recover.
You just, nobody likes an uphill battle. And,
that's true.
In this case, it was an uphill battle with a boulder rolling at them.
But what if it's a downhill battle?
Honestly, I have a very hard time running downhill. You know that? Like you run
true.
uphill? Okay, running uphill is difficult just because...
It's harder on the calves.
Gravity is, gravity's against you. But running downhill with gravity on your side...
It's too much with you.
Dude, you don't want to fall forward.
Yeah.
Your knees get all locked up.
You need to slide a little bit. If you can.
They say, uphill battles... I think downhill's actually harder.
That would be worse, maybe, yeah. Uphill's more cardio, but downhill is more... precarious.
There you go.
Yes. Like you might actually just die.
It's very challenging.
You should just stay at the top, I think.
You can't if you trip going uphill.
I think you should wait for the uphill guys and stay at the top.
Okay. Just stay there.
And then just use arrows and stuff like Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
High ground advantage. That's CS.
Yeah.
Because like if the guys are at the bottom, why do you even want to go down there?
You're already on top.
You already got to the top.
You've won.
So
tough spot.
I mean,
tough spot.
And heat rises, so it's warmer up top.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Unless you get too high, like the top of Everest is pretty cold.
And you don't get a midday shadow from the hill, because you get. Okay, we're gonna go. Producer's not loving this. So.
All right, let's move it, folks.
Yeah, okay, let's go to a short break.
All y'all stick in your seats. We'll be right back.
Uphill or downhill? Let us know.
All in love with me. Spirits never die. Fading as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side. We rise. Everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die.
Two kills from the rafters. Dexter as well within the pit. And this is a rock-solid hold. 3 kills from JDC. They got that first kill. Karrigan's thinking, sweet, nice, easy. But instead, MOUZ dig deep, bunker in, and go ahead and take that 4th round win.
Hey, and that's MOUZ who, they were in a great position in that previous situation. And it was almost like that, I mean, with the A attack, except they had a 5v3 at that point. Here, they lock it down 5v5, another solid lane hole. And we know that FaZe Clan like to do a number of lane execs on their T side. But again, they've done a good job of keeping it buried, so I don't want to put them in a box too small. Sizable box.
Yes, something more humane. broky blind finds NBK.
Oh, that's a nade. That works.
Forces him outwards at the very least, and sure enough, the cleanup's there. Frozen falls back. Down to 23 HP. Not ideal, especially knowing that Dexter's right there with
He's
him.
just coming right back to the smoke.
You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed
Not
to
a
be
care in the world.
You're supposed to be afraid.
But do they know Dexter's here? Because this would lead you to want to poke at Arch, I think.
Well, Arch will be occupado, Frozen moving over there. It's going to leave Torzy and JDC. The NXT duo cemented within this A site. Great timing on the flash. JDC gives Frozen that little bit of an assist that he certainly needed, considering he's fighting off a quarter bit of health. But meanwhile, karrigan still has that forward movement, heading towards the B site. Inside of the smoke, he binds him, Dexter down, and that right there, that cracks it open. But the fight's actually happening over on Arch. karrigan can kill all he wants, but the bomb is here with Twist.
Wait, what happens now?
MOUZ, they're taking this hook, line, and sinker.
They're gonna
The
go
wrap
back to A.
karrigan's just gone ahead and left, and we've got MOUZ scratching their heads as FaZe plant.
And they've got to scurry on over to the A site. What a move there. That's ridiculous. Like, they have the double Arch attack, and then one just super late with the bomb as well to call him out. Moto Smoke comes down. If it wasn't bad enough.
Great decision making coming out from FaZe. Puts MOUZ in a very difficult spot, but they'll throw their smoke and flash forward. Try to find a little gap here. Again, it's that duality between JDC
Wait a
and
second.
Torzy, and Twists can't hit his shot. JDC over top, 2 kills and the clutch.
Wow.
And the 5th round win
The
too.
one smoke to scale. They came through the Moto Smoke, jumped on the bike, and JDC made the move. I mean, he cleared out lane first, wasn't exposed to pit whatsoever, and then took out a Twist all by himself. That's such a sick move by him. He also had the flash assist earlier in the round. He's been amazing. I mean, he's just been amazing. And it's not really his aim that just stands out. It's always just really good decision making. Very clean, very calm.
Definitely a little win back in the sail for MOUZ. That one's going to feel good. That one's going to feel good.
Now we're so curious about this T side because MOUZ showed amazing T side over on Nuke. You could argue this is easier.
You see forward positioning with Torzy giving him the cover. It's just the one-man peak by the looks of it. Ooh, Dexter with a double.
Damn.
And sure enough, JKS has to activate, try and bring something back. This is a mini resurgence. And even before we went for that extended break, ooh, an elbow. Dexter's down. broky.
Jesus.
We know that he keeps that op so quick on cycle, and he almost drew a 3rd player into the scope.
Man,
Torzy knows better.
You got to tell Frozen, he's got lots of places that he can stand and cover both B and, the wrap. So this is a common spot that Frozen's going to go to, but I don't think MOUZ have to over-rotate here because the worst thing that could happen is broky gets another kill in that exact same fashion, and then FaZe can now go back to the A site. So I think this makes perfect sense from MOUZ, and they've just got to trust in Frozen, and then after that, they can try to take over lane if they really don't feel like it's going to be A.
Well, he's got a solid spot. Just don't move. Twist gonna clear close,
Wow,
puts
what
his
an
head
angle.
right into the crosshair, but there's still a chance. It's a slim chance, and it's a very slim bit of HP that broky's gonna have to work with.
He's got an op on site.
3 kills, and broky is looking for something special. Falls back away, and that Molotov's perfect. Buys him just enough time. He goes, picks up another piece of utility. That smoke's gonna be used front sight. Gives him a chance to move around. Now that's limiting. If he can maybe go take new box once it's burned out, that could be something. Or he's just gonna stay locked. And for all they know, these CTs, they're hunting somebody back in construction. He misses the chance on the side of the smoke. Almost something miraculous there from
Man.
broky. Valiant effort, but ladies and gents, MOUZ will close this first half with a little bit of life. Still a very lopsided T-side success for FaZe, but what we saw was good T-sides from MOUZ on Nuke. And if that was the precedent that they wanted to set coming into this, if this is the side of the map that they're a little bit more prepped for and ready to rock and roll, then maybe this 2-0 dream and this qualification for the main groups of Katowice 2022 is still alive and kicking. But Mirage looms near, and that's got to weigh on the minds of MOUZ.
It does. FaZe have really good CT pieces, and they all are willing to be very aggressive. So they've just got such an erratic team right now in terms of, you know, where they might put pressure on, who's going to play well. Right now, karrigan's having a hell of a match, so there's a lot of problems that MOUZ have to deal with. But I actually really looking forward to seeing their T-side, especially coming off a nuke. So I don't feel like this game is over anymore, especially after seeing the last 2 rounds in that first half. Let's see if FaZe have something to say about that.
Smoke up front. Ooh, Rain's gonna find it. You know, pistol spamming smoke.
Well, they pulled the rotations, actually, and now they can start to
go back,
launch an attack on the pit side, and they have the bomb coming back to A. It's a really good timing. JKS, he's kind of stuck behind default. The T's will be happy to see this, but oh no.
Nice shot. Goes back at it with a second. So JKS worth his weight in gold for this round.
What a nasty shot that was.
Considering they were able to pull that defense off of the bomb site, you know, JKS delivers what could be the difference maker. But we still got Torzy alive and kicking, and we've got, well, had Dexter also within that mix. Torzy's got the pit. P250 goes dry, and luckily for him, he dies before the knife comes slicing through. But very silently and under the radar, to me, has been Dexter. In fact, as we start this second half, I want to note, man's the top fragger for MOUZ.
Yeah. Oh, I will say I did say that at the end of the last half.
Well, I didn't hear you.
Yes, but
I just didn't pay attention.
well, maybe no one else did either.
Well,
and it was
then
important
we need
to
to remind
reiterate.
them.
Yes.
There we go.
But yeah, he has been fragging a little bit. But he was, I think it was because he was the guy who got caught off guard a couple of times to karrigan's tactics when he was throwing his mollies or whatever. His plays were getting interrupted, so he might have even had a better half if not for those rounds, but those stuck out. So FaZe Clan with 10 rounds. I still don't feel like it's the end of the world for MOUZ. That story could change with, you know, just 2 or more losses from this position. But they're going to give this the old college try. They've got a pretty solid investment. It's not perfect, but FaZe's buy isn't either. Oh, they don't. Oh, they tagged him.
Yeah, and BK getting pelted with utility.
Oh, but he wins his duel with it.
No way.
Wait, that's no
and a
laughing
dink.
matter. Oh my God, Rain with 2 HP barely gets away. And I don't think you want to speed the situation up too much if you're MOUZ.
Good
You know, the
spot from
rotations are
Twist.
just going to get started. Twist up top, and he's got a teammate below, JKS.
Oh! Okay. Okay.
Oh man, I feel like they made a mistake in tempo there. You know, FaZe were very comfortable in their spots. They made that rotation, but the place that your teammate is getting dinked to the top of banana, the fact that he stays alive, I feel like that means you don't move so fast if you're FaZe Clan. But MOUZ really felt like they had an opportunity there. It might have felt a little bit insecure because they came into the round with so little.
Sure.
But, oh, okay, another one for MBK. It's a great round from him. Well, there's 2 great frags from JKS. He goes positive in this match. Just stark improvement from Nuke. Well, I could say positive. He goes neutral. He goes average.
He goes average. Well, you know, his spread is 0, and
Can you spell savage without average? Yeah, you can.
Yes, you
R,
can.
Yeah.
why did I even have to think about that?
You looked up to the sky.
For answers. Oh my.
Wait a second.
MBK.
Wait, there's no chance that MBK
15
can win
seconds.
this round because he has to get 2 and get a... Oh my God.
For a second. Now he's positive. JKS going to end it with another kill. FaZe Clan back to winning ways. 5-round lead over top of MOUZ.
I actually am a little bit surprised that MOUZ... Well, they got the bomb plant, so they tried to pull off the investment.
Yes.
And they also almost won the round with the amount of damage MBK did at the beginning. So. But,
Solid Mo down there.
yeah. But what can you do versus Batman with an MP9?
I love that forward position from Twist just for that reason. That, like, if they walk into you, you've got a close boost, you can mow them down, kind of how JKS did it. And if you decide to go aggressive, you just literally throw yourself down middle, like karrigan has this time. Same gun. MP9 looking to move forward here, looking to rock MOUZ back and forth to double up the round count 12-6. Looking very likely. Dexter getting tagged up through the smoke. Twist finds the headshot. How dare you? He's in smoke. He's hiding from you, and you still show no mercy. So as quick as that one begins, it ends. And sure enough, FaZe lead 12-6.
Now I feel less good about the thought that MOUZ Sports could come back into this map.
All right. Now your eyes glaze over with the thoughts of Mirage.
Yeah, it was just that pistol round that really was, I think it's one of the last straws. And I still don't know how the camel's back got broken, carrying like what besides straw that made it do that, but as the saying goes.
As the saying goes.
It's been real downhill for the camel. I'm telling you that nade is flawed.
Okay.
I've talked about this.
You have, yes.
That's specific. Oh, okay.
Hold your thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there are more nades being thrown down Banana, and, well, that pushed, unfortunately, NBK into an awkward position where he has to take a duel, and karrigan's going to body bag him for it. But yes, the grenade that goes over top of the apartments and is meant to be timing
I think
on
because of
somebody
the
jumping up.
combination of the velocity and distance, it does less damage, even though it lands in the same spots. And I think it does more damage when you throw it over the roof from arch side to the player who's jumping up into holes.
Okay.
For whatever reason,
Okay.
the nade that goes flying over top and hits off the skybox and goes all the way down
Okay.
never does more than 20 damage.
What about flashbangs? Those seem effective no matter where they come from. Rain, perfect. Dexter, blind as a bat. karrigan swings around, almost getting his 4th kill in this one. But JDC's found a little bit of timing. I say little bit. That just went to nearly immense.
Wow.
Because we had this fallback from broky.
They're going back for the boost. Oh my god, this could be
They're
2
busy.
for free.
They're busy. broky's dead. JDC peeks around, but didn't expect the guy boosted despite that weird spot from broky. Still, Frozen has a slight chance. Awkward to fight through smoke, but he's just going to try to dive that bomb site. Hope he doesn't get pushed. Rain peeks, ends it. Done. 13 on the side of FaZe, leading over top of MOUZ, and this just feels like a throwback to Nuke for me. We get a great, first half out of the T side of the team who picked the map,
Yeah.
and then CT side begins, and sure enough, it all fizzles out for the challenger.
Indeed. And karrigan is the man responsible. He's been owning so far.
karrigan carrying again.
Yes.
Nicely timed. But this is what we were talking about even on the T side for FaZe, where go back and think about the split through their brackets and that full exec with the smokes on arch side, where karrigan's able to find all these little perfect moments of timing. Here's another one. Of course, simple. Flash top banana, go for your fight. But it's just, I think, a testament to FaZe's comfort here on Inferno. And JKS, well, he picks up that trade frag. 2 men down, 4 MOUZ within the apartments. And the third player at bat being Torzy. Deagle around him, P250 in his hands. The MAC-10 gets picked back up. But by the time they find the weapon, they can't find anything to shoot. FaZe retreating slightly backwards with JKS here on balcony. And broky flirting with the thought of an arch push. Deep positioning too from Rain all the way at the base of Banana. We get a fight between him and NBK that, despite the lesser weapon, NBK picks right up and a second kill to karrigan.
Are you serious?
There's still 50 seconds. They could just run away from the apartments, or if JKS just stays here and doesn't fall for the rotation, he gets dinked by the MAC-10 and still succeeds in getting that kill. Torzy tries to give chase, but he's lost track of JKS, who's gone up the side of lane. Torzy comes, finds him, and that bomb is on his back. It's a 1v1 when it really shouldn't have ever been. Torzy versus broky, and broky's rounding this middle box. Poor Torzy doesn't know, and the executioner's here. The 14th for FaZe.
Damn.
But holy hell, those timings.
Man, MBK has 6 frags, but he just fragged like he had 25. I mean, those are so clean. And they could have gone B in that situation. They left options open, but it's really on JKS, who doesn't overreact in that spot, stays on balcony, and Dexter almost kills him. But still, JKS had the advantage. He had the better gun. So it makes sense that he comes out ahead there. And damn near avoids Torzy entirely as well. What a weird one. Nicely played clutch from broky, too. Just very patiently coming up. The only risk there was assuming it wasn't going to be a fake plant. Beyond that, he knew he had odds.
Wow. Off the back of his clutch. Him and his team now 2 rounds away from victory here on map 2. Ooh, he hit that.
Wow. Little one through the wall.
They say nothing's free in life.
No
Not
free
even
lunches.
Not even jump peaks, it seems. What is NBK on?
That's crazy.
These last 2 rounds, he's just found miraculous headshots.
He's like the dude from Limitless right now.
Through the smoke. karrigan killed. NBK is going to try to push through. That's an underhanded flash. Dexter's
Everyone's blind.
trying to push through. This is so weird. It's so weird, and I don't like it. Oh, and just as Rain thinks that he can find a frag, broky thinking about the peek around the coffins. Instead, Dexter's found his head, and we've got MOUZ still with a little fight left in them. It's weird, and not like the good weird.
Yeah.
Like the weird weird.
What's a good weird?
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This one's just, it's weird.
You're talking about the page 46 weird.
Yeah, man. Back of the book type stuff. And, well, FaZe, I feel like, you've got such a grace period here with a 14-6 lead that, yeah, okay, let that one slide. You can't forget that it kicks off with NBK getting a headshot through smoke.
Yes.
But still, you would have loved to end this as quick as possible.
That was a jackknife frag, though. That really set the round up for them. But FaZe literally are allowed to lose rounds right now. I will say that. They're playing so well. They have too many good things going for them.
True.
They don't want to treat it like it's in the bag, but
Yeah, I mean,
this would be miraculous.
It's not
historic.
It's not like FaZe as an organization has ever choked any kind of an important Inferno lead, have they?
But, they're the ones with North Americans this time, so that insulates them a bit.
Yeah, it's true. Twists will keep them safe.
Yes. And JKS somehow will help, I think, with that. The Canadian badge.
Double Canadians. It's like liquid all over again. All right. So we chalk that one up to being the acceptable losses. We put that in that folder. Got to stay organized.
Yes.
And now this one is in understandable losses because we've got 3 pistol players on the side of FaZe.
It'd be funny if Rain got 2 kills with these dualies.
Okay, 1 each. No.
No laughing.
NBK's decided to, play Inferno, to put it bluntly.
Yeah.
It's been a very quiet map for him, but now suddenly this is 3 rounds in a row where, the first time he's killing karrigan, almost pulls off that situation where Tords he's able to get a 1v1 clutch.
He's hitting the NOS.
Yeah.
And now they're actually going to run back towards A. The broky just has a USP, though. It would be hilarious. Oh, is this? It's okay.
The power of Zeus.
Please jump out of halls into lane and Zeus somebody. Oh,
Oh, he got... Oh, no.
he got hit by Torzy.
Who put that railing there?
How come he can hear me?
I don't know. Thin walls, brother. I believe, yeah, exactly. Exactly. He tried to jump.
Yeah.
Hurdles is a harder sport than it looks. You think, running isn't that hard. Jumping isn't that hard. But jumping while you're running is really hard.
Well, I actually used to do that in track and field.
Okay.
But
what about running and jumping uphill?
I don't think that's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You shouldn't be jumping uphill.
Then we'll let it slide.
That's like playing leapfrog with unicorns.
All things
Just something you don't do.
Okay, yeah, sure. Impossible, in fact. Bomb pops, 3 survivors for FaZe, and you know what? It's actually a better situation than they came into the round with. The dual Berettas were upgraded to an AK, 2 rebuys made easy, and we've got them back firing on all cylinders. So let's see if they can just end this. Again, it was acceptable losses into understandable losses, and now it's time to... He knew he was there.
Yeah.
He knew he was there.
It's always a nice shot with him.
That shot out of context...
Ridiculous.
But with context.
Incredible.
Let's see if they can close, folks. Dexter's a little cheeky man, bro. Always hiding inside of these smoke grenades.
Smoke.
Yeah, he's always just waiting for his chance, and sure enough, he opens it up.
It works.
Him and NBK, both with a kill apiece. Poor Twist's gonna find himself alone. broky's trying to run over and help him out. We could see the spam through smoke could disrupt this push beyond it. Dexter low, but still able to get another kill. And this time it's Twists cleanly within the bomb site. Speaking of bombs thrown over for NBK's responsibility, he'll plant that and give MOUZ their 9th tale of the T sides, my friend.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, and also just MBK coming out of the into the half with 4 frags or something. It's a brand new him. I mean, again, genuinely feels like he's playing with 30 kill confidence. On 9 kills at the moment. So, wow, another isolation, another elimination. As broky dematerializes in the back of Con. JKS left alone in the A site. Hey, listen, they changed the story once again with some of these entries. So
they're gathering
I'm
steam.
sure, yeah, I mean, MOUZ are probably not happy about the fact that they've dropped a couple of rounds. They could have won. They didn't win the pistol on both halves. But just based on what we've seen in these last 4, I think they're ready to work.
There's still this, you know, this thread of possibility.
Yes, they're dangling by a mouse tail.
Just swaying. Just swaying as the momentum picks up. But unfortunately, as that momentum picks up, weight shifts too much and FaZe slip 2 rounds through. It's over. However, back to the quote-unquote understandable losses. 3 pistols for FaZe. And they could afford to lose rounds, but now we're at that point where it's not many more. All right, we're on the cusp of the double digits.
The precipice.
Knee contact shies away. There's that little bit of doubt in the back of FaZe's mind now. MOUZ have gotten themselves dangerously close. Ooh-wee.
What a blinder.
Twist will take those. Again, suddenly that thread of possibility slightly slimmer.
Looks like the right side is going to be picked, but they are also running into the one gun.
An A1S in the hands of JKS. Twists looking for another doozy of a deagle. Misses the mark. And as opposed to overextending, he comes back and will still find JDC, but JKS...
Oh, the rifler closer too.
Yep, exactly. He just slowly crawled along that wall, so the internal timing for JKS is just that 1 second off. Twist sees what's actually the second player there, not the closest member of MOUZ, and unfortunately can't relay that problem fast enough. So JKS, he was primed to be the showstopper, and instead it's another stutter. FaZe, hang on to your 2 guns, my friends. Money is of the most importance. That's 10.
That's 10. That's dignity rounds. It's double digits. Now you can't help but call this map close no matter what happens.
What a turnaround from
they're
NBK
doing great.
as well.
They're doing great in the post plants as well, getting these extra frags.
I believe NBK had 1 kill in the first half.
No way.
1 or 2. Literally 1 or 2 kills.
That's the keto.
Yeah. That's the
He's doing the keto right now.
Oh, no.
New half, new me.
Yeah. That's the keto diet. You starve yourself for the first half,
The real ketosis.
and then you bounce back in the second, man.
You just eat meat
And Cyclone, well,
and olive oil.
yeah. Avocados. Yeah. Time to take a timeout.
That's the right time for that music,
Doom, doom, doom.
you know?
Ominous.
Yes. Wow. I think we saw this graph in the first half, but it was flipped around.
That graph's so flat for FaZe.
Yes. Big impact from MBK.
Yeah, picking up those last couple of pieces and pushing us into this one. Round 25, FaZe, again, just at least if you can get that 15, you get a little sigh of relief. Just a bit. Not to say the job is over, but at least you've got, you know, a safety net. Because currently they're in a bit of a free fall. MOUZ racking up rounds, economy, as that graph showed, and confidence.
We look at that Torsi T-side impact. not too many oppers are brave enough to pick it up on the T side of Inferno. But I think if there's someone who could have impact with it, it'd be him. Oh, he's ahead of that nade.
NBK has just been essential in terms of B pressure. He's found kills through smoke. He's pushed through smoke. Multi-frags when he is just the solo lurk as well.
That's smoke deep. And
nicely done by
Very
Twist.
smart to watch it.
Yep, just moves ahead of it. JDC also thinking maybe he could cheese something there, grab just a little bit more real estate. karrigan with the flash over top, but no commitment here, still heavy numbers. I mean, all that's left of MOUZ is right here on the cusp of this B site, and karrigan, well, now he knows that pressure is so real. He's able to catch NBK as he crossed over towards the pit. This one could just stall out in its entirety, maybe. broky within the small pit connects into Frozen,
Oh, he got two.
and the headshot to Dexter. Torzi misses, and with that, we have FaZe on the coveted 15.
Wow. Oh my god, that was a close one. Twist with the key kill in the beginning to really shake things up and force MOUZ into a decision. And a great B defense overall with the molly. It's well timed. Cyclone halfway through a banana on match point.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
De-stress.
Darf has confirmed to me 1 kill in the first half for NBK. So even if this one still falls short, the fact that MOUZ are able to recover and get to the double digits has to be noted that NBK had at least something to offer here in the second. But, I'm so sorry, I've jinxed him. He burns to a crisp, trying to do what he has done, which is just pressure and pressure and pressure some more. Down this banana. Range. Oh, this could be it, folks. 4-1. Dexter. Oh, it was there for MOUZ. But again, all it took was that one little bit. We said they had an affordable margin of error. They just racked up those round wins and then stutter out towards the end of it. FaZe Clan will finish off Inferno. FaZe will push this to Mirage. And that means that the winner of this next and final third map will be locking in a spot at IEM Katowice 2022.